Going on, Jerome's day 2 of Vikings OTAs is in the books, and there's a couple of takeaways going on. Media was granted access for the first time, so the Jackals had some thoughts, but I feel like, so OTAs, every single team, every single year, this is our year. Everyone's in the best shape of their life. Everyone looks crisp and sharp and all that stuff, but okay. But here are 9 takeaways from Vikings OTAs. Now, I understand the takeaway is one word, but it wouldn't fit on the Chiron. And what was it? 9 Vikings OTA? Doesn't matter. First up, J.J. McCarthy can spin it and is still quarterback 3. So all the tools are certainly there. And again, it's one thing to see it on film. It's another thing to see it up close. And J.J. McCarthy is just ready to rock and roll, man. So he's got that tangy zip, a miracle whip on his ball. He's got some great mobility skills. He's got the confidence to toss it in there, and he made some nice throws on some pro level concepts. But he is still working with the threes. Also, we'll get into his favorite target here in a second. But I mean, it's not uncommon. All right, so even like every rookie first rounder except for Caleb Williams is going to have to compete. Just sort of is what it is. Got to earn your stripes. That whole thing. But I do feel like McCarthy will have a shot. Like, if he's truly ready, Kevin O'Connell will start him. But if he's not, I do think that Darnold will be the guy. Number 2, there is confidence in Sam Darnold. Yeah, and Darnold talked about his time in San Francisco certainly could help him learning the Kevin O'Connell scheme. And you're seeing the talent there. You're seeing the reason why he was the number 3 overall pick in 2018. Remember, we're only 6 years removed from him being the cat's ass, him being the savior of the Jets. Him's like, oh, here it is, the man of Troy. But bad coaching, bad talent around him sort of ruined him for a couple years. But all the talent is there, and he's standing tall. He's throwing darts, and he does have some movement skills. He's got a great arm as well. And I think that if he can limit his mistakes, limit giving the ball to the other team, which has been his Achilles heel throughout most of his career, I actually do think that Sam Darnold could be a little something in this offense. Number 3, don't count out Nick Mullins. Now, I'm not saying that Mullins is going to start, but I know that a lot of people just have McCarthy and Darnold as the 2 quarterbacks, but last year showed the Vikings, and as well as around the league, that quarterback depth is important. And Mullins has the most experience with the Kevin O'Connell scheme, 2 years. And I do think that keeping him around does make sense. Now, Mullins is not your standard veteran safe backup. Like, Mullins is going to come in and he's going to sling it. And he's either going to throw an absolute bat bleep insane touchdown, or he's going to throw a pick, or he's just going to throw the ball straight up in the air. But also, Josh Dobbs did that last year too. Never trusted Josh. But Mullins, I do think that there could be a way where they keep 3 quarterbacks on the rooster, or Mullins is protected on the practice squad. One of the 2. Number 4, Brandel in at left guard. So, as has been speculated all offseason, Brandel with a 3-year deal, not re-signing Dalton Reisner, not making a move in the draft early on for interior offensive linemen, not signing any notable free agents that could start. Brandel's the guy. And Wes Phillips raved about Blake Brandel, saying that he's earned his opportunity, earned this shot, and he's been a backup for a number of years, been a very versatile backup, back in both tackle and guard, coming in as a left tackle out of Oregon back in 2020. But I'm fine with it. Like, if Brandel can do the job, he can do the job. And obviously Chris Cooper and company, they're signing off him. I think that him having experience with the existing starting offensive line in practice, having that chemistry and camaraderie does certainly help. So, I mean, it's a spot where the Vikings starting 5, they're returning 80% of the starting offensive line last year outside of Dalton Reisner, and Brandel has been around. And I think that this, hopefully, continuity and chemistry up front could mean a solid interior offensive line for Darnold and or McCarthy. Number 5, the big Shaq-dis. So Shaq Griffin, free agent, coming in from the Texans, the Seahawks, the Jaguars, the whatever, right? But he's a great outside corner, left cornerback, and Griffin had an interception. It was on the highlights on the gram where honestly it looked like he was the wide receiver, where it's just like, who's the wide receiver wearing number 1? Oh, yeah, that's Shaq Griffin. But working with the first team looked impressive, and I think that he does have the inside track for starting at one of the cornerback spots this year. Number 6, Dallas Turner's got the juice. That a lot of people have said, oh, he looks skinny. Oh, it's not like they play two-hand touch in the SEC West. All right, so I ain't sweating him. So he has been productive at the highest levels. He'll do it in the NFL. He'll add strength. He'll add power. He'll do all that stuff. But he's just got pop. And it's a whole thing, just like, McCarthy, that ball popping out of his hand. Like, Turner has just got that extra little something where the pads just pop a little bit more. It just got the extra quarter step, and Dallas Turner's going to be really special, man. Working in with the ones. Andrew Van Ginkel has a foot injury. He's up on blocks for the moment in time. Number 7, Lewis Cine did not have a good day. Yeah. And Lewis Cine already working with the threes, got beaten coverage a couple times, dropped an interception. It was just not a good day overall. So I think that he is a guy that what I do respect about Brian Flores is it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what your draft status is. The best players are going to play. And I don't know if that's going to be Lewis Cine, and I don't know if Lewis Cine is going to be making the 53-man rooster. Now, could be a spot where they could potentially trade him, maybe, like some late-round pick swap. Of course, Howie Roseman of the Eagles, Howard, as well as the Packers. They love Georgia defenders, so why not one more? Swapping a Lewis Cine and a 6 for a 5th-rounder or something like that? I don't know. Who knows, man? Also, number 8, Thayer Thomas is a name to watch. So the Vikings' offensive depth chart at wide receiver is pretty thick, right? But you do have guys like Powell and Naylor, N'Keal Harry, Sherfield, Tristan Jackson have an opportunity to really step up with Justin Jefferson setting out voluntary OTAs. But Thayer Thomas and J.J. McCarthy were locked in like this. Also, don't discount this because a lot of highly drafted quarterbacks do start out with the third team, and a lot of the bottom of the roster guys, they develop chemistry with, they develop a rapport, and as that rookie quarterback rises up, like he's still going to stick with that chemistry. Like you've seen it quite a bit where all of a sudden this no-name receiver, once a rookie quarterback starts, all of a sudden he's getting some run. All of a sudden he's getting some targets and some catches because the rookie quarterback has worked with him the most. And Thayer Thomas, second-year former UDFA out of North Carolina State, number 2 Wolfpack receiver of all time behind Torrey Holt, also has some punt return ability. I think that Thayer Thomas could actually be a little something. So he's certainly a name to watch the rest of OTAs as well as into training camp. Number 9, Hockenson hyping up teammates. Oh, I love this, man. So Hockenson in the building, doing some rehab work, looking to get back on the field. But what's great, too, is like it just speaks to Hockenson. Like, he got paid. He got his contract. Like, he could just be a prima donna and whatnot. But no, he's out there on the practice field. He's hyping up his teammates. He's high-fiving Darnold and J.J. McCarthy and giving tips and stuff like that. It's beautiful, man. It is absolutely fantastic. And once Hockenson gets back, like it is going to be the MF and tripod with Jefferson, Addison, and Hockenson. So hopefully Hock gets back sooner rather than later. But that's it. That's 9 OTA takeaways from Vikings. 9 takeaways from Vikings OTA so far. Nailed it. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.